Where are the deep state arrests? And the only thing that this man seems to be able to do is to have his DEI hire rejected from being in the actual courtroom. Now, let's address what a DEI hire is. It's definitely not a person of color. Although in his first term, he did give Omarosa a chance, but we should have known that that wasn't serious because it was Omarosa. Like, should have been Candace Owens, bro, but she probably would have become the Candace Owens she is now sooner, and she needed to go on this journey so she could pick up all of her extra skills along the way. We love you, Candace. Where's my, how do I copy this? Okay, there we go. All right. So, back to Trump's DEI attorneys. Now, the first one, I really liked her during Trump's 800,000 indictments while he was running for office again. I like this girl. I thought that she was just really good. Obviously she's like super pretty and she's spicy. So I'm always going to be a fan of hers. And look, she does look like, a younger Melania. I always say that Trump is the guy with the most women around him out of all the presidents. It's true. Thought it was like a good thing. I just think it's not. I think he just wants to be surrounded by hot women. The women that he thinks were hot, especially women that were hot in the 80s. Now, Haba is always gonna be banging because she is. I'm sorry. She's a badass female. But the funny thing about Haba is that she just got kicked off. She just got disqualified she just got disqualified for serving as a U.S. attorney for New Jersey, as she has no criminal law experience. But
Also outside the courthouse, we are hearing now from Alina Habba. She is an attorney and spokeswoman for Donald J. Trump. Let's listen in.
The fact that I am standing here for the third time in 5 months is not a coincidence. This is the Biden political lawfare that we have seen time and time again. It is a deflection from everything that they have done. And if you don't believe me, look at the facts. On March 17th, Hunter accidentally admits that it was his laptop from hell. The next day, DA Alvin Bragg indicts President Trump. June 8th, an FBI document is released showing that the Ukrainians paid the Biden crime family millions and millions of dollars. The next day, the Mar-a-Lago raid and the Mar-a-Lago indictment. Last week, Hunter Biden's sweetheart plea deal fell through when the judge realized it had blanket immunity. The following day, a superseding indictment against Donald Trump. July 31st, Devin Archer.
All right. So, had to step away for a minute. But yeah, so Haba got kicked out. That's Trump stupid. So she pretty much like got this top prosecutor job despite having zero criminal experience, just on vibes and loyalty. Well, the court said that he's literally trying to cheat to keep her there. That's not merit, that's patronage, but you're not talking about it, right? If somebody's loyal to you, that doesn't make them qualified for a job. We're talking to you, Hexeth Bondi. You are qualified. You're just a horrible person and you're bought and paid for, allegedly. So then next, this one is funny because she is, if you're going to tell me that this doesn't remind you of every single like 80s pinup, especially, remember what do you call her? Do you remember the mannequin that comes to life in the 80s? Yeah, I'm like aging myself technically, even though I'm like 87, but she looks like that. So she is like Brooke Shields in the 80s to some degree. No, nobody beats Brooke Shields, so come at me. But that's what she gives me vibes. This woman is scary. Holy cow. She's like, she doesn't have the Mar-a-Lago makeover. But the woman's beautiful. And, apparently she's supposed to be like a really skilled, qualified attorney. Well, the federal judge ruled that her appointment was unlawful, leading to the dismissal of the criminal case against James Comey, which should have been a slam dunk case, right? We know Comey's deep state. We know Comey was a massive issue. Also tweeted some crazy shit about 8647, which everyone knows is kill, right? 86 is for takeout. So how do you drop the ball on that? DEI is bad, y'all. DEI is bad. No DEI hires, and that means you, Mr. President. Stop hiring the hot girl. You don't gotta hire the hot girl. You could go ahead and hire, who was Epstein's lawyer? Dershowitz. Yeah, Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz. Oh, where is he? Oh, Roy Black. That's always fun. So you get Dershowitz here. There you go. Look at Trump. Trump's like, this is not the lawyer I want. I don't want a lawyer like that. I want this lawyer, the hot lawyer. So yeah, I get it. I'm not mad about it. I just think it's really funny. You're constantly bashing DEI, right? Never taking into consideration the fact that we like to hire people that we want to work with. And most people do feel more affinity towards their own ethnic group. So if certain people are in power, they're going to feel more comfortable with their own. If you go to a company where somebody's Indian and they lead a team, I guarantee you the majority of people in higher positions are going to be of the same ethnicity. They're going to try, especially if there's no checks and balances. I would definitely hire mad Spanish people and promote them along with me. I feel like unconscious bias is there. And I really do think that it's a part of life, and there needs to be hiring practices set in place to eliminate them. I also think that government officials should be loyal to the country and the Constitution and not to a sycophant con artist. I just don't. And let me be very clear. They are all sycophantic con artists, including the precious Obama, including George W. Bush, who until recently I thought was a sweetheart. And little do you know, he orchestrates 9/11 to be just evil. These people are all evil. And you're fighting with your fellow citizen who is struggling just as much as you are. And you're fighting over which of these people is better for being less evil, or your or preferred type of evil. Like, I want them to bomb China, not Venezuela. No, I don't want anybody to die. I'm so tired of wars. Human beings can live in peace. It's the greedy and the power hungry that are destroying it for everybody. But the crazy thing is that we all seem to revert to that when we get that opportunity. It's a really vicious cycle. Now, I do want to call out my favorite member of Trump's cabinet, aside from the First Lady, because she's just swag. Like, Melania Trump is swag. I don't care what anyone says. I don't know why anybody would be so mad at her. She really doesn't do anything. And her Christmas decorations were really pretty. I thought they were really pretty. And she wears this hat. And I thought that hat was fantastic. I do. So I don't have any beef with Melania Trump. She might be my favorite First Lady ever. I'm sorry. I like her. Now, Caroline Leavitt is the best person at her job. Why? Why is she good at her job? If you really think about it, her job is simple. She is just supposed to answer coherent in your understanding of the President of the United States. Now, I don't have to even have a timestamp. I will give her a 30-second clip, and I guarantee you it's going to be spicy. She's going to talk about how amazing Trump is, how they are doing the best job ever. Nobody's ever done so well.